Hey, what's up, guys? Worldwide here. Welcome to Matchday Monday number 3. Now, I hope everyone out there has seen episodes 1 and 2 to give you a better understanding of what's going on in this video. But long story short, the entire idea behind this series is to help you become a better dart player. Now, how I intend to go about doing that is to play a live match against the Dart Connect computer opponent. And during that match, I'm going to be offering up some hints and tips, things you should be doing, things you shouldn't be doing, as well as going over setup shots and checkouts, and then relearning those setup shots and checkouts depending if the opponent is on a finish or not. So there's actually quite a bit going on during a leg of 501, and I'm looking at you Americans, the ones that play a lot of cricket. It's so much more than just throwing at the treble 20 until you get to a double and then praying you hit a double. But yeah, there's so much more than that going on in a leg of 501. So I won't keep you waiting any longer. What do you just say we jump right into it? But, oh, hey, before we do, I think I may have made a mistake here. I'm switching up my darts today. Now, I just uploaded the video today. Actually, today's Friday for me, so I gave away my little secret. I record this video on Friday afternoon, but I just uploaded the review on the Red Dragon Featherlight 2s. Those are the darts I'll be using today. I did change out the points, so I have some 26mm Target Storm points. We've got the Harrow's Super Grip Carbon Stem and the L-Style Bullet Flight. I'm not sure how these are going to work under pressure, and yeah, it might be a huge mistake using these things, especially since they're so grippy. We'll see how they perform under pressure, and yeah, what do you say we just jump right into it, guys? Here we go. Hope you enjoy it.
A few moments later.
Okay, here we go. So I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to do things a little bit differently this week, and this was at the suggestion from a subscriber in last week's video. He said, why don't I play a match at my normal pace, and then after recording, I can do a voiceover in editing. And I thought that was a great idea because A, it's going to speed the video up. Last week's video was like almost 26 minutes. I'm not sure how many people are going to stick around and want to watch a video that long. So I think this will speed things up a little bit. And on top of that, maybe I can communicate a little better behind the microphone. But, you know, to be honest, I've never done commentary before in my life. And to commentate on my own match, well, that's going to be a little weird. So we'll just see how that goes. So bear with me. I'm not even sure how this is going to go. But same thing this week, best of 9. Oh, and I'm going to switch it up right here, too. I'm going to jack up the computer level. I guess I'm just going to punish myself this week. Cork for start, best of 9. And I just set this up, so give me like 6 practice darts. I haven't thrown a dart for about 5 minutes, so. You know, these darts have been flying good enough, but in a match situation, that's going to be telling. Who knows how this is going to go, especially with a dart this grippy. I might be asking for trouble. All right, good enough, I guess. So, I'm going to take over behind the microphone and commentary, and I guess we'll hit random start. I'll talk to you after this is over. Well, okay, here we go. So, commentating on my first match. So, you know, please be gentle with me. This is my first time doing this, and it's just odd that I'm commentating on myself. So it looks like I've won the throw, which means I start the leg off and I'm trying to hold throw, which I mentioned in my video last week. Holding throw means you win the leg in which you started. So kicking off on the 95, we got the one loose dart over there in the treble 5 segment. And that was something I was trying to work on last week, was just trying to get those loose darts in control, try to keep them a little bit more straight. But as you see there, second dart, another loose one there. And the computer bot, look at this. 140, starting off strong. That level 11 is no joke. Oh, look at that again. Another 140. So this is going to be a rough match. But there we go. Nice straight dart there. A little deflection. And, hey, I joined the 140 party. Got one of my own there. Now, 181, I always like to think of what Michael Van Gerwen does here. That's kind of like his classic, typical shot. Every time you see him left with 181, treble 20. If he hits it, drops down to the bullseye. If he hits the bullseye, treble 13. If he hits a 25, back up to the treble 20, 145. Either way, he's trying for the 10 darter. But I left myself 123 there. Not the best setup shot. I kind of shook my head. I was probably looking, I'd prefer a 124, but 123, I'm going to go 19s, just because if you do hit a single, you still have a checkout. So treble 18, that's in. Needs the bullseye? Yeah, get in. Great 15 darter to kick things off with. So there we go. That's going to settle me in really nicely. I can kind of relax a little bit. I know the darts are flying well. So, you know, but look at that. Yet another 140 from the computer bot. Definitely put me under pressure right out of the gate. Look at that second dart there. That's just an example of these extremely grippy razor grip darts. You know, I'm struggling with them. They're going in all different sorts of weird angles, but, you know, they're still, at this point, going fairly straight. Well, not that one. Yeah, those loose darts are a huge issue in my game right now. So that's something I've definitely got to work on. And more practice will help that out. But already, I think, 2 legs into the match, I've probably had, 3 or 4 loose darts. Probably 4 or 5. There's a nice straight one there. Hey, that one, look at how much it stood up, though. Hey, there we go. Nice 180 little flex for the camera. Great darts there, but again, all sorts of different angles. And that is the razor grip darts just giving me a little bit of a hard time. Opponent sitting on 72 after 12 darts, 136. Hey, there's a perfect first dart. Right on top of that. Is it going to go in? Yeah! Back to back, massive checkouts. Get in there. What a great start to the leg, or great start to the match here. 12 darter too. So actually, right there, I had a sip of water, and if you see, I glanced at the average, so that caught my eye. 111 average after 2 legs, the opponent at 104 average. And here's the thing, guys. I know I'm obviously way above my head right now, or I'm in over my head, so there's a lot of pressure for me because I'm thinking about the video going. I'm like, oh man, I got to keep this going. So yeah, I'm definitely doing a lot of thinking. Great start to the leg there, 121. But again, that loose dart. So that's costing me 19 points there. Loose darts are a killer. You see that first dart standing up? Yeah, my darts are going in really weird angles. You know, my darts should be going in pretty much 90-degree angles sticking out of the board. All right, 322. Best you can do is hope for a huge shot here to get to an out, but that's not going to happen. Instead, yep, 45. You know, I gave the camera a little glance there. I'm obviously getting frustrated at this point because I've had so many of those first darts slip into the single 5. So, and yet, there it happens again. If you only knew how frustrated I was at this point. But good recovery, and I mentioned that a lot last week. If you have a terrible first dart, you know, stick with it. You still have 2 darts in hand to save the turn. But 193, in my mind right now, I'm thinking 7 19s would leave 60, and that's a nice leave. But look at that. The first 2 go in, 79 remaining. So I had a little think about things. I glanced to see where the opponent was. They're on a makeable checkout. So I'm going to have to go back at the 19s here. And I have a good angle, and bam, fills it up. Nice little 171 to leave 22. 22 is not the best leave, but considering the opponent is on a very makeable checkout, you need to take anything you can at this point. So, 22 after 15 darts, looking to clean this up. I'm going to go right at it. Comes in just inside. Single 3 to leave double 4. Get in again. So right there, I was pretty much relieved. I know that I'm going up 3-0 on the level 11 bot. 100 average for me after 3 legs. 100 average for the computer opponent. So they've got throw right now, kicking off with the 85. So I'm hoping to pile on the pressure right now, hit something good. Right on the wire there. Nope. And again, with that first dart, see how it's standing up quite a bit? These darts as the match goes on, as my fingertips warm up a little bit, they're sticking to my fingers. So they're really starting to give me a hard time now. Again, pulling that first dart. If you guys knew just how frustrated I was getting at this moment in the match. There we go. Kind of showing some signs of frustration. 25, not a good shot at all. So deep breath. Try to gather your thoughts. Just keep them straight. So good recovery there. And notice that first dart. See how it's going in the board nice and flat? If I throw the dart properly, that's how they should go in. All three of those darts. Pretty good throws. Computer is having an incredible leg. 55 after 12 darts. I am way back there. And again, throwing it into the single 5. And you probably don't want to hear what's going through my head right now. Here's a good example from 273 if I get a shot. And yeah, I do. So 273, I'm already thinking setup shot in my head. I know if I hit the treble 20 first dart, which I didn't, but had I hit that treble 20, I'm moving over to the 18s. In that case, if I hit a single 18, I'll throw at the 25 to at least get myself on a finish. That would leave 170. Well, none of that happened, but that was the plan going ahead. So I'm always thinking ahead, just trying to get to a checkout. And as you see there, the misses are starting to become greater. The darts are spread out a little more. So I'm definitely starting to tighten up. And honest to God, guys, I mean, you know, I see the average. I knew that for the first 3 legs, I was in way over my head. So I was under a lot of pressure. I know the camera's rolling and I want to make a good video for you guys. So I definitely started to get nervous, started to tighten up. Yeah, great second dart there. I think it was perfectly straight. Now, 341. Perfect shot here, and I think of Michael Van Gerwen. He does this a lot. 9 19s leaves 170. So from 341, I'm eyeballing those 19s all day long. I think it's a great shot. I mean, you could go 20s, hit a 180. That's going to leave you 161. But I just think the 19s is the better option there. I believe the 170 checkout, we see that a little more often than we would a 161. The opponent, look at that, just threw in a 180, 151 after 9 darts, and I'm way back. I'm just hoping to hit 100 right here. Little frustrated because I missed again with that first dart, but then the other 2 darts were decent. Could have left myself a finish, didn't. So that was a huge, huge mistake. I kind of think of Rod Harrington there. Don't miss the big number. And look at this, first dart again. It's just, you guys don't realize how frustrated I am right now, and I'm trying to hold my composure together. But it's just so hard. Threw my arms up. I'm like, come on. I'm watching my 3-0 lead evaporate. So I took a little sip of water there. I know I have the throw. I have to hold throw here. So I just kind of slowed things down a little bit. And I don't know. I don't think it really helped. I probably should have just powered on. You know, sometimes when you slow things down, you tend to think about things a little more. And to be honest, a lot of times that's not a great idea. Usually with me, when I'm in full flow, just throwing, not thinking about too much, I can throw a little better. But now, really struggling. Nice cover shot there, though. So thank God the cover shot's bailing me out because, as you can tell, probably the last leg and a half, I have completely lost range on the treble 20. Oh, of course, now that I say that, I remember what I hit this turn. So two nice starts there. The third one just a bit high. But for the most part, the last leg and a half or so, I've completely lost range on the treble 20. I'm kind of all over the place. But 225 remaining. Obviously, we're going to be throwing at the 20s. Actually, I just kicked my light over right there by accident. So 225. Going to stay on the 20s, but don't leave yourself a bogey. Of course, I go into the treble 5. But the whole idea there, you don't want to hit 3 single 20s, leave yourself on 165. So always be thinking you have to leave yourself a checkout. Okay, 90 remaining. With the opponent on a finish, an easy 1 dart finish, you've got to go 20s here. So 2 single 20s will leave yourself a shot at the bullseye. I know there's a lot of checkout charts out there that will recommend you go 18s with 90 remaining. Do not do that when the opponent is on a finish. There, I just missed the last dart of the bullseye. But yeah, do not do that when the opponent is on a finish. If you go 18s, if you go the 18 route, you're forced to hit a treble in order to get yourself to a double. If you go 20s, 2 big fat single 20s at least gives you the chance to throw at the bullseye. And a chance is better than no chance at all. So here it is, 3-3. I've completely watched my lead totally evaporate. And yeah, I'm just frustrated, completely frustrated at this point. You can actually see the body language as well. You know, I'm kind of shaking my head, dropping my head a bit. Now, if I was playing a real opponent, they would pick up on these things and they would know. They'd be like, yeah, I gotcha, I gotcha. So the 19's bailing me out there. 2 nice cover shots back to back. And the reason I went for the cover shot there, that second dart completely blocked the treble 20 bed. So always feel free to go for the cover shot when you're playing 0-1. Hey, look at that. 2 nice darts there. Yeah, fills it up. 177 from 323 to leave 146. But yeah, with 146 remaining, I love the 19s. 2 treble 19s, and you can go right next door to the left a little bit for that double 16. It's like perfectly within eye level, or perfectly level. And that didn't happen. But left myself 88. Again, 88 with the opponent on a finish. There's a lot of checkout charts out there that recommend treble 16. Do not do that, because if you hit a single 16 from 88, you're left with 72. Now you need to hit a treble in order to get to a double. 88 remaining, opponent on a finish, you have to go 20s. Do not go treble 16. Perfect first dart, 2 wild darts at the Menser-Sulovic double. All right, so 28 remaining, 3 clear. I'm gonna hit this so I can go up 4-3, just outside. Readjust. Missed right on the wire there. And then I get the poor deflection. Some body language is poor. I'm just frustrated at this point. You know, I was kind of praying that went in. The confidence is gone at this point, and I'm just hoping for the double to go in instead of knowing that I'm going to hit it. So there's a huge difference there. And basically, like I've said before, that's a lack of match practice. So yeah, you know, honest to God, I'm standing on the line right there. I kind of had a feeling that wasn't going to go in. So I think that was, what, 8 missed doubles in this leg alone, and lost the leg. So in my mind, I'm pretty much beat at this point. Look at that. My head's down, standing on the line. I know that they only need 1 more leg to win the match, and they have throw. So I've got my work cut out for me. And yeah, the writing's on the wall at this point. I mean, the body language, you know, from the first 2 or 3 legs of the match where it was good, I was on top of the world. And now you're just looking at a defeated dart player. And I'm trying my hardest to reel it back in. You know, I realize the camera's on, and I'm like, come on, just give me 1 more good leg. You know, if I could break throw here, it's going to be 4-all, and then I'm going to have throw in the final leg. So I'm really pushing hard, but I can't seem to get anything working. And of course, look at the opponent here, 85, 140, 100, having a heck of a leg. And then again, I think that one just got to me right there, that last loose start. But 255 remaining. I'm going to be eyeballing the 19s. You know, a nice 5 mark on the 19s will leave myself 160. At least a chance. But I mean, look at the computer opponent here, sitting on 40 after 12 darts. I mean, that says it all. And I think I pretty much just threw those darts away. So we know what's going to happen here. There's the game. There's the match. I will send it back to myself. Hope you enjoyed it.
Well, it started out good, didn't it? You know, that is a perfect example. I don't even know what I'm going to say in commentary about that. That's a perfect example of you just get thinking too much. I knew I started out great the first 3 legs, and it just went wayward after that. Let's take a look at the stats here. You know, and I just might
kind of blame the darts, because once I tightened up, you obviously saw how the darts were flying. So 84.2 average, 91.7 the first 9 darts, which I think in the first 3 legs it must have been well into the hundreds. So that the scoring completely fell apart. Obviously the doubles percentage, 23%, not good at all. I think the goal for anybody with a doubles percentage is 33%. So that means you're at least hitting a double 1 out of every 3 darts. So one out of at least every turn you take. So 33% is always the goal with the doubles percentage, but unreal. I mean, those first 2 legs, absolutely unreal. Start out 15 darter and then the awesome 12 darter to break through. And then you can scroll down the stats here. You can see where it just tanked off. 83. I had a 57 in one leg. A lot of frustration setting in there. I'll be totally honest with you guys. And then obviously the last 2 legs, I couldn't get anything going. I tried to find that gear again, and it just wasn't happening. It wasn't happening at all. And you know, things like that happen in darts. You can start out, you know, you feel like a professional, and then the next minute, you know, I was throwing a 57 average in one of the legs. So it just comes with the territory. And the best advice I can give out of that whole match is, I don't think that was a throwing issue. It was more upstairs. I started thinking about things, started getting frustrated, like, you know, how can you play so good? Then how can you play so poor? So, and that's just match experience. Like, I just started playing the last couple weeks, and I'll get better at that. You know, when I throw a 12 darter, you know, I won't be so excited, and then maybe that momentum will carry over into the next leg. But, well, there you go, guys. I think that was a decent match day Monday, number 3. Let me know what you thought in the comments section, and if you enjoyed this video, how about a thumbs up? And until next time, guys, we'll see ya. Hey, my dartboard's blocked. We'll see ya on the next video. Until next time, guys. Later.